Jenny Jupiter, what's going on? How you doing this morning? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday stream. We a little late this morning, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just run a little slow, but it's all good. We're going to have a good stream. Donald Trump's mugshot came out, so you know we're going to be talking about that. And I'm going to be on Indisputable this afternoon. We got Dora, we got Fritzy, we got Aaron. Good morning. Good afternoon now. It's afternoon where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm feeling good today. I don't know if I'm going to be on with Dr. Richie today or somebody else. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. We got Andrea, we got Dark Dragon, we got Namori, we got Flaw Dragon. Hello. You know what time it is. Let's go ahead and get our minds right, and then we're going to get into it. And then I got to get ready for Indisputable. I don't know who I'm going to be on there with yet, but I might have to put on a nicer shirt. We'll see what's up. But y'all got any fun plans this weekend? What y'all got going on this weekend? Oh, we got Stoned Assassin. What y'all got popping this weekend? I gotta do laundry today too. I gotta go do my laundry later on. Tomorrow, I got to go to the mall. I might go to a pool party tomorrow. I don't know yet though. I might not, cause it may be raining. Oh, you ain't got no sound. Yeah, I might go to a pool party tomorrow, but I don't know, because it's supposed to be like cloudy and like rainy and stuff. So we'll see what's up. We will see what's up. But I gotta go to the mall tomorrow for sure. Good morning, Twin Dragon Tamer. Hello. We getting ready. Then we gonna get into it. Yo, this dude Donald Trump talking about he weighed 215 pounds. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. You said it's a pool in your basement from the rain. Oh, that's too. Oh no, that sounds expensive. That sounds very expensive. I hate to hear that. Oh no, Aaron, you sick? Oh no, that sucks. That sucks. What you sick with? You got a cold or you got something worse? Well, Fritz, you got to clean up, or you just not feeling it. You just don't want to go out. I feel that. I understand. I understand the change in plans. Right, 215 pounds. Talking about you weigh 215 pounds. Like, bro, you're 6'3". You're 6'3" and you're big. Like, you pushing 300 pounds. That dude is definitely pushing 300. Like, come on, bro. Shit, funny as hell. Here we go. Wrong lighter. This is the lighter.
Thanks for coming out, and thanks to God and making tickets to have a great night. Fluffy in color blanket, so I stay here all night. You take the one
Good afternoon, Lawrence. Always a pleasure to have you here with us. Well, I hope you don't have to work this weekend or anything. Hopefully, Aaron, you get to just kind of relax. I feel that, Fritza. I definitely feel that one. Sometimes you just don't feel like doing anything. It's always a mix for me. I'll be like, man, I'm too isolated. I need to get around people. And then you go and you get around people, and it's like, oh, never mind. But yes, we're gonna go ahead and start off with this. You know what I'm saying? Trump claims that he got charged for telling people to watch Newsmax. Indeed, that's it. That's exactly it right there. That's exactly the reason right there. We're gonna take one more hit, and then we're gonna get into these clips. 215 pounds. This dude talking about me weigh 215 pounds. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here, man. That's so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous, bro. Like, bro, like that's how much I be weighing, and I'm mad lean and skinny. Like, bro, you weigh more than that. Get the fuck out of here. Cheers, everybody. We're gonna take this hit, then we're gonna get into it. Yeah. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Right. If Trump's 215, then I'm about 100 pounds. For real. All right. So let's see the excuses roll on in.
Being charged for. I mean, I have counts where you're going to love this, and Chris Ruddy will be thrilled. But one of the things is I told people Newsmax. Did you know that? That was one of my counts. I told people to watch Newsmax.
We love it, sir. We love it,
Mr.
Mr.
People to watch Newsmax.
Thank you for that.
So it's, I hope you don't get charged. You'll probably get charged because I mentioned your name. So, but I think you'll be okay.
I think it's a badge of honor, quite frankly, and let's see what happens. Mr. President.
It's a badge of honor to have been mentioned by you, Donald Trump. the world's greatest conman. I mean, maybe the greatest con artist of all time, you know, in terms of what he pulled off. If not the greatest con artist of all time, one of the greatest con artists of all time. So let's go ahead and see what my man's John Bolton has to say about the mugshot. The infamous, he was trying to be tough, looking like he was going for that tough look. Right, we are truly in the dumbest timeline. He was trying to look tough. I don't know what the hell he was going for, but he's not happy. And we got an article up about how his experience was horrible.
Ambassador, thank you for being here tonight. I mean, I just wonder, as someone who worked inside the West Wing when Donald Trump was president, what is it like for you to see his mugshot tonight?
Well, I thought it was, as with most things Trump does, carefully staged. They must have thought about what look they wanted. He could have smiled. He could have looked benign. Instead, he looks like a thug. And I think it's intended to be a sign of intimidation against the prosecutor.
Yeah, he said he'd be like they had mugshot practice. They definitely had mugshot practice. Be like, all right, smile. No. That'll make you look. You want to look serious. You want to look like you're going through something and you're fighting for a bigger cause than yourself. Even though it's all about you, you want to make it look like it's bigger than that.
And judges, that's what they picked, and we'll see that picture everywhere.
So you think they actually spent time deciding, you know, should he smile in this? Should he have this scowl that he appears to have gone with?
Almost as much time as they spent combing his hair.
He posted the mugshot.
Almost as much time as they spent combing his hair. Almost as much time as I spend combing my mustache every morning.
You know, shortly after on his own social media account, along with the phrase "never surrender." I mean, a bit ironic given he had actually just surrendered at the Fulton County Jail behind me. But how do you expect him to try to use this to his political advantage as he's running for president?
Well, I think in the same way he's used the other 3 indictments, and I think the evidence is that the indictments have proven the law of diminishing marginal utility. If anything, they're not undercutting his support; they're building it up, and it just underlines to me that a lot of what's going to happen before these trials begin is going to pass essentially unnoticed in the political realm. The real issue here is that one or more of the trials occur before the election, and then whether he's convicted.
Spin me a sailcloth. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. And my apologies for missing it. I'm getting ready to hook up some different software so that I can be alerted. But thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you could catch us. We got 3 programs. We got on Tuesdays, it's me and Rayvana. We talk. Wednesday nights, me and my boy Kamal, we have discussions. And Thursday nights, we have a nerd news show. We got a whole lot coming. And next month, we got the membership program coming. But yes, Monday through Friday, I typically hop on here somewhere between 11 and 12 Eastern time, sometimes a bit later like I did today. But thank you so much for the $2 super chat. And thank you for being here. And thank you, Fritza. Thank you, Fritza, for pointing that out.
Or acquitted. And that's why I think this scheduling date for Ken Cheesebro's trial in the Georgia court, in this case, is such a stunning development. I don't know what strategy his lawyers were following. I've seen it reported. People have said on your show that his lawyers were taking a gamble, that it was a bluff. If that's the case, they ought to be convicted of malpractice. They must have a strategy. They must think they've got.
All right. I just wanted to hear what John Bolton's 4-letter word was, but we don't have to listen to that whole thing. But no, I mean, probably that may end up being one of the most viewed photos ever of all time. And Trump will be proud of that. You know what I'm saying? On his tombstone, he'll be like, I took the most viewed photo in the history of photography. He gonna have that on his gravestone. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the case in some type of way. Here we go. Trump calls being booked in jail a terrible experience. He had his $200,000 bail that he didn't pay and in full. He didn't pay that in full. So that's funny. That's interesting. Okay, so Greg Kelly reports. Hold on, what did it say? I look at some other people now. I don't know a lot of those people, Trump stated during a segment of Greg Kelly Reports. I don't even know that I met a lot of those people, but some I did, and their lives are destroyed by these maniacs. He continued by describing his short time in jail as a terrible experience. Oh, let's just listen to it.
I look at some of the other people. Now, I don't know a lot of those people. I don't even know that I've met a lot of those people, but some I do. And their lives are destroyed by these maniacs. These are animals. These are vicious animals.
Narlaus, my brother, what's going on?
That have destroyed the lives of these people. And Greg, it's so sad to see. And they don't have a lot of money. And some of them did almost nothing. They don't even know what they're being charged for. I mean, I have counts where you're going to love this, and Chris Ruddy will be thrilled. But one of the things is I told people Newsmax. Did you know that? That was one of my counts. I told people to watch Newsmax.
We love it, sir. We love it,
telling
Mr.
people to watch Newsmax.
Thank you for that.
So it's, I hope you don't get charged. You'll probably get charged because I mentioned your name. So, but I think you'll be okay.
I think it's a badge of honor, quite frankly, and let's see what happens. Mr. President, the debate last night, I'm sure you caught at least some of it. Did you see a potential vice president on that stage? Did you really see somebody who might be eligible? And overall, what'd you think?
Well, first of all, I did a interview with Tucker Carlson, who's a terrific guy. And I don't know if you saw the number of views, but it was a record-setting number. It was They say it could be close to 300 by the time it.
You know, I don't know if you knew this, but, you know, I did an interview on the same night. You know, you asked me a question about the debates. I didn't watch the debates, in fact. I didn't pay any attention to them at all. I was doing an interview on Tucker Carlson, and I don't know if you caught it, but it's the most viewed interview of all time.
Of course, you know, you could be going to prison for the rest of your life. That could happen. You know what I'm saying? That is a possibility. But you know, motherfuckers was watching you on Tucker Carlson, so that's really what matters.
It finishes, and right now it's up to I think 257 million, and it is bigger than the biggest ever interview was Oprah with Michael Jackson. I don't know if you know that, but that was.
Why is he talking about this right now, bruh? Like, why are you talking? I mean, we know why he's talking about it, but bro, this dude is out of his mind for real. This dude could potentially go to prison for the rest of his life. And he's sitting up here talking about, you know, he didn't just mention the interview. He didn't just mention it got world record views, but
He had to compare, you know, I get more eyeballs than Oprah, even, you know, from the time that I did
what was his show called?
The Apprentice, from the first season of The Apprentice all the way up until now. People, they're just obsessed with Donald Trump. They can't get enough of Donald Trump.
And neither can he. Bro, this shit is crazy. Like, bro, this dude is sitting up here talking about bro, and then all these grown-ass adults, just sit around listening to it verbatim. Like, yeah, what did he just say? He's like, what an honor. What an honor.
Well, first of all, I did a interview with Tucker Carlson, who's a terrific guy. And I don't know if you saw the number of views, but it was a record-setting number. They say it could be close to 300 by the time.
Mick, congratulations. Hell yeah. And it's the weekend, too, so you got to kick it extra hard.
It finishes. And right now it's up to, I think, 257 million. And it is bigger than the biggest ever interview was Oprah with Michael Jackson. I don't know if you know that, but that's the all-time biggest. And I think we've doubled it up. So something's going on. Our country is dying for a good country again. We're a failing nation. We're a failing country. And they're absolutely, they're looking forward to getting back to what we had. I had the safest borders, the biggest tax cuts. We had everything was doing so well. Our military was great. Russia would have never happened with Ukraine. China would never be thinking about. We had a country that people want to get back to, and that's why we had the numbers. As far as
bro, it's a wrap. It's over. This dude is not. It's over. This dude's not winning. He's winning the Republican primary, but this dude's not winning re-election. It's not happening, bro. I mean, something could change that, but come on, man. I mean, we still got a whole nother year left of this bullshit. Like, come on.
The stage last night, I thought Vivek, as we say, did.
And, out of the whole, first I want to talk about how, my interview was I get more eyeballs than Oprah Winfrey. But now let's talk about Vivek. I don't have anything to say about anyone other than the man who was kissing my ass harder than everyone on stage.
Very well. Actually, his name is Vivek, like cake. But I thought he was very good. I especially like where I said I was the greatest president in his lifetime and long beyond. That's pretty good. I said, are you sure he's running against me? But I thought he was very good. I wasn't impressed with a lot. I mean, Christie got booed out of the room. He literally should have walked off the stage. I've been watching debates for a long time. I've never seen anyone booed like that. Asa, I call him Ada Hutchinson. He shouldn't even be there. He's wasting room. He's wasting space, and he's wasting time. The guy's got like 0.5%, and he doesn't stop. And he's a nasty person. Frankly, he's very nasty. I don't even know him. He says bad things about me.
He says bad things about me. I don't even know him.
Like, bro, you were the president of the United States. It doesn't matter if you don't know him personally. Everyone's all up in your business. You trying to be president again. What you talking about? What you mean?
I don't even know him, and he has bad things to say about me.
Like, yeah, you're running for president.
Even know him. But I don't think that, I actually like the governor. I respect him a lot. He was great. He endorsed me twice. The governor of North Dakota, who I thought was, I think he's got something very good about him. He's a high-quality person. considered a very high quality man.
You know,
But,
you haven't mentioned.
pretty much. I thought a lot of them were way off base.
Sure. DeSantis, you haven't. He's become less of a factor, but we'd like to play this for you. Listen to this if you don't mind.
And I can tell you this, as your president, I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down. You don't take somebody like Fauci and coddle him. You bring Fauci in, you sit him down, and you say, Anthony, you are fired.
and of course, there he has to use a Trump line. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, now I mean, your campaign is done. I mean, you're not going anywhere else. He did raise a little bit of money. We're gonna look at that in a sec, but it's like he can't help himself. You're fired. Like, bro, that's Donald Trump.
So I don't know if you could make that out. I think he said the word coddled. He seems to be accusing you of coddling Fauci.
So let me tell you about Ron DeSantis, as I call him. Without me, he wouldn't be governor. He was failing desperately. He came to me, begged me for endorsement. I gave him the endorsement, and he went up like a rocket ship. He was failing. He was already out of the campaign. He was being beaten badly by Adam Putnam, who was the agricultural commissioner. And then I had him pass a very hot candidate at the time, a very, very hot candidate at the time in the general election. But he wouldn't have even gotten a nomination. He was down by 35, 40, tremendous amount. And I will tell you that he loved Dr. Fauci. And I'll send you some articles tomorrow. He said, let's not do anything. We don't have the approval of Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci. That's all he talked about is Dr. Fauci. This guy forgets history. The other thing with the sanctums is, and you have to remember this, very disloyal guy, because you don't do that when somebody gets you elected. Then you say, yes, I'd be proud to run against him. Oh, that's nice. But I'll tell you, he loved Fauci, but he also locked down the state. His beaches were locked down. His roads were locked down. His hope, he's trying to pretend that none of this stuff happened. Now, if you look at somebody like McMaster, Henry McMaster from South Carolina, if you look at Kristi Noem of South Dakota, if you come with the Republic, they really didn't lock down. But Ron locked down Florida. I was there, and I can tell you. And he puts to pretend he's got Fox behind him, although Fox has now given up on him entirely, I think. They're trying to find somebody else. They're looking for somebody else. Just like in 2016, they fought me all the way. At the end, they said, oh, we'd love to. First phone call I got was from Murdoch, but the president of China's call first. And then I took other calls, and then I took Rupert. But Rupert's not somebody that he and I don't get along very well. It's very interesting. Go to the World Trade Center. They were going to be a tenant of the Trade Center, which was like terrible. I'm talking about the new World Trade Center.
What is he even What has he been talking about this whole time? What the hell has he even been talking about? He's just running his mouth. Oh no, I'm sitting off.
They're going to move out of Midtown. They're building, and I convinced
there
Rupert
we go.
not to do it. You're making a mistake. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's the wrong look. You have something good. Send your lease and get options to buy and all this. I gave them great advice. And they didn't move. They were all set to move. I'm sure the people at the World Trade Center weren't so thrilled with me, but I got Fox, that whole News Corp, not to move. I was a big favor. Right now they have a much better location, better building, better everything. I did him big favors, but he's another one that. So I will tell you that I think that the sanctimonious, if you look at his record, you're going to see something.
What in the hell what was he even talking about, man? Like, what did he? Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, here we go. I think everybody talking about his weight, talking about he weighs 215 pounds. Like, bro, that's how much I weigh. I don't even weigh that much right now. I'm almost 215. But my point is I have no fat. Like, I'm very lean. I'm just lean, just straight lean muscle. Donald Trump is basically my height. I mean, I'm taller than him, but not that much. I'm 6'6". He's like 6'3". So again, and he's big. So it's like, no, bro, you can't be this tall. Like, you can't be 6'3" or taller and be fat and not weigh close to 300 pounds. Like, that's not a thing. You feel me? Like, again, he said he weighs as much as I do. And look at me, bro. Like there's nothing. Like I have no body fat. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Hold up.
It was a very sobering moment. I mean, one of the few moments of levity provided by Donald Trump's staff.
Trump arrested for 4th time.
Self-reported weight and height. I've stood next to him many times. I'm about 6'4". Maybe he's 6'1". Maybe he's 6'1.5", 6'2". He's a good bit shorter, but his staff reported him at 6'3", and ended a fighting weight of 215. That would be like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, 6'3", 215 is like, you feel me? Like that's a solid weight. Like if you 6'3", 215, like you really don't have much body fat on you. You just don't. Like it's just kind of, you feel me? Like, bro, get your sloppy ass out of here. He be calling sloppy Chris Christie. Like, bro, you can't even be honest about how much you weigh. Like, why you can't just tell the truth? Don't nobody care. Like, don't nobody really care.
Like, if my staff reported me, describe Mr. Scarborough's appearance. He looks a lot like Robert Redford in 1974. Wildly off. So I'm not going to tell you where the over-under is on Donald Trump's weigh-in, but it's a good... let's just say it's a good 70 or 80 pounds higher than what the staff reported. But, Willie, I'm sure you would describe me as looking like Robert Redford in about 74. But I don't know.
Exactly, Luke. You feel me? Like, again, because it's like when you're around that frame, like anything that's like above like between like 6 foot and like 6'8" or whatever, like if you're between that height and you're not like anorexic, you're gonna be at least 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be like your default weight. Like you're gonna be around 200, probably more than that. And again, if he would have just put out his real weight and it said like 270 or something, nobody would have given a damn. Like, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care, bro. Oh, we got Bruce Rivers. Oh, opened up to another page. We will watch it, but I'm gonna have to end up getting ready for Indisputable, which I will be on. But yeah, bro, like ain't nobody tripping. Hold up. I'm trying to see, hold up, if we even need to open up this page because it may. Okay, yeah, here we go. Hold on, we got Bruce. It's somebody. It's a Bruce. We got a Bruce. Oh, we got Mike Nice. Right, he was saving the rest. Exactly. He was saving the rest of his weight for another indictment. That's exactly what it was. They was running out of space. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see what they talking about.
Height and weight, 6'3", 215 pounds. So it's out there.
215 pounds.
15.
But did they say that they took it?
Right, everybody like, huh? Because everybody's like mental math starts going on like, what's going on here? Because like I said, bro, like I'm like as small, like bro, I have like, bro, like this shit is so funny. Look at this. Man on the left is Matt Koch. He's 6'3" and weighs 215 pounds. Again, that's what I'm saying. Clown on the right is Donnie Dollhands. Well, I like that. Donnie Dollhands. I've never heard him called that before. Donnie Dollhands. He's 6'3" and weighs 215 pounds. Yeah, no. Hold on, what is this? Donald Trump and the person watching can fill out his weight. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. It says, I am 6'2" and 265 pounds. Yo, Twitter, yo, man. Yes, Donnie Dollhands. Is that not is that one of the see you go, cigar head, 6'3", 240. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like you like in 240, 6'3", that's a pretty normal, like healthy weight right there. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what your fitness goals are, but again, like that's around what you'd expect. You know what I'm saying? Like that's around what you would think. I have no fat to lose, and I'm about 215. You feel me? So it's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Hold on, here we go. Conspiracy to commit impersonating a public officer. Conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree. Conspiracy to commit false statements in writings. Conspiracy to commit filing false documents. Conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree. Like, bro, it just goes on and on and on. Yeah, nah, bro, this is hilarious. Oh, Jesus. That's why I'm saying. That's why Donald Trump, man, he used to just stay up all night. You know what I'm saying? He used to just stay up all, well, he still do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that even? He still be up all night looking and seeing what everybody's saying about him. Oh, the heat is causing problems. The heat is causing issues for the vehicles, for the locomotives. You know what I'm saying? For the locomotions. Mechanics warn scorching temperatures across the U.S. could be causing an increase in automobile issues. See, man, look, we should have addressed this many, many years ago, many moons ago. You know, and obviously you can't address everything, but I'm just getting at our infrastructure problems. You feel me? Oh, we're on Fox's website, and their website is absolutely terrible.
150 million people across the country have been under some type of heat advisory this month alone. And people say as temperatures get hotter, their cars seem to be having more problems.
13 states, stretching from Arizona to Florida to Kansas, have seen weeks of excessive heat, and it's causing tire and battery issues for drivers.
This summer, from July to August, we've seen a 7% increase in roadside calls related to the heat here in Texas.
And mechanic shops like J&T Automotive in Houston say they're filling up.
As compared to about 6 months ago,
I mean, look, it's not like this type of stuff was like ever out of people's consideration. But the rapidly changing climate conditions are causing issues everywhere. Of course, this website sucks, man. I clicked on nothing and it went to another page. You know, innovation is needed in so many different areas that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily be thinking about. My bad, y'all. Here we go.
150 million people across the country have been under some type of heat advisory this month alone. And people say as temperatures get hotter, their cars seem to be having more problems.
13 states, stretching from Arizona to Florida to Kansas, have seen weeks of excessive heat, and it's causing tire and battery issues for drivers.
This summer, from July to August, we've seen a 7% increase in roadside calls related to the heat here in Texas.
And mechanic shops like J&T Automotive in Houston say they're filling up.
as compared to about 6 months ago, we're seeing approximately about a 40% increase in batteries just during this, heat wave.
AAA says the battery issue can happen at any time.
It'll happen while the car is parked, and then you can't start it up, right? But the damage is done from the heat that we're seeing, and also if you're driving and your battery is not secured, the vibration added on to the heat is really, really bad.
Battery issues can leave drivers stranded in life-threatening temperatures waiting for help, but there may be greater risk with tire issues because they can cause accidents.
When you have a tire that's driving on a pavement that is well over 100 degrees, and if that tire is inflated, it creates extra friction in the sidewall and extra heat in the sidewall that eventually leads to tire failure. If you're driving at highway speeds, that can be very dangerous.
It doesn't stop there. Engine issues and broken ACs are also keeping their mechanics busy.
We're seeing cars overheating as fluids tend to break down when the temperature temperature outside is really hot, and then we're also seeing a significant increase in air conditioning systems just not being able to get cold enough in this heat.
With Labor Day quickly approaching, AAA and J&T Automotive mechanics recommend getting your car checked before hitting the road to avoid being stranded in these dangerous temperatures, because they say wrecker services also have extensive wait times. In Houston, Joy Addison, Fox News.
Fox News is actually plenty capable of doing decent reporting. It's just the mainstream commentators really that get all the attention and that everybody sees. But other than that, like they have regular reporting just like any other platform does. It's just not in everybody's face. But yeah, I mean, you can go on for even stuff like the Blaze or Daily Caller, like just regular general reporting that isn't like something that everyone's talking about. It's interesting. Like you'll go there and you'll come upon it and be like, oh, this is just a regular journal entry. This is just a regular journalist report right here. But then again, it's the mainstream things that everybody's talking about. That's where all the propaganda goes. Otherwise, you actually can get some pretty decent coverage on stuff on most of these websites. All right, hold on. So now let's see what's up with this. Bill Clinton and Prince Charles breaking a sweat over secrets Barbara Streisand plans to spill in her tell-all book. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's going on here? What's going on with this? He looked like oh dear. Oh God. The gall of this woman. Be like, oh dear, we must stop her at once. All right. Former President Bill Clinton's in a lather, and King Charles is having a royal flush in fear of what they'll find in Barbara Streisand's upcoming tell-all, Radar Online has learned. According to spies who say the A-listers are in a frenzy to get their hands on an early copy. Set to hit shelves November 7th, the memoir weighs in a hefty 992 pages, packed with bombshells about the rich and famous. And none of them are reportedly more nervous than Clinton and Chuck. Even before the ink is dry on the book's pages, heavyweights like Clinton and the usually dignified King Charles are breaking a sweat over what secrets Babs is going to spill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look who it is. Look who it is. Like, hey, I got you something. Like, we got what you ordered. We got what you delivered. But that's literally like what they did, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so ridiculous too, because his son, I mean, all of this was so unnecessary. I mean, he had dirt on so many people, Epstein did, but it was all just so unnecessary. Like, all of you motherfuckers are incredibly wealthy and powerful. You really don't need to engage with this guy for this. You can just go do this shit legally somewhere. It's so dumb. With the promise of Dish about Streisand's life, loves, and everything in between, it's no wonder these powerful men are feeling the heat. They both have complicated relationships with her and are desperately trying to hold on an advance copy. Sadly for them, the 81-year-old Songbird scribblings are being kept under a lock until the book's publication date. Oh, they're going to have to just deal with it. Uh-oh. Insiders claimed it took Barbara at least 5 years to write her autobiography, and Clinton and Charles aren't the only men allegedly featured in the pages. So, I mean, I doubt that everything she has to say about everybody is bad. But if they worried about it, then, there's probably a few things she has to say, you know what I'm saying, that aren't gonna go too well for them. Right, exactly. Spill the beans, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and let everybody know what it was like. You feel me? We want to know the details. Don Johnson. Okay, there we go. All right, so we gonna get to see what's up, but they got this picture right here. So Bro, they were doing that shit for so long and they got so comfortable. They got so comfortable doing that bullshit, man. Right, Barbara got down. She, you know what I'm saying? She had a good time. All right, so hold on, let's see what's up with this. We're gonna have to skip through some stuff because I got to get ready for Indisputable. Yeah, we're gonna skip through this right now. Because Vivek, I mean, he's not gonna be the nominee, so whatever. But yeah, I gotta get ready for Indisputable, which is soon. So now, Sarah Palin, let's see what this brilliant woman has to say now. Sarah Palin says civil war is going to happen after Trump's arrest. All right, let's see what her reasoning is.
Sarah Palin, Governor Sarah Palin, who's standing by. Governor, I hope you're there. By the way, folks, if you stay on this, because we're going to talk about this for the next few minutes and break this all down, Trump will also call in to the Greg Kelly show, which will be right at the end of our show. So you got to stay here. If you're at all concerned about the Republic, stay on Newsmax from here throughout the rest of the night. Governor Palin, really good to have you. We've talked about the two-tier justice system, but when you see it happening, when you see the former president being fingerprinted, having to show up, turn himself in, you see the mugshots of the other, 7 or 8 who've turned themselves in already. Do you have concern for the country as I do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think those who are conducting this travesty and creating this two-tier system of justice, I want to ask them, what the heck? Do you want us to be in civil war? Because that's what's going to happen. We're not going to keep putting up with this.
If we don't get our way, if we don't get this man back in office, then we're gonna go to civil war. But again, no, that's not gonna happen. That's stupid and ridiculous. Civil war on whose account? You know what I'm saying? Over Donald Trump? No, the military is not doing that.
And Eric, I like that you suggested that we need to get angry. We do need to rise up and take our country back. Now, I would say the RNC, though, that's what's lacking when it comes to collective anger that can be healthy and it can be useful. Where is the RNC?
We need to get angry. You motherfuckers been angry. Y'all more mad than everybody else, and y'all ain't got no good reason to be. What you mean, old white Republicans? It's time for us to get mad. Like, you motherfuckers been mad. And now you so mad that you talking about civil war if Donald Trump isn't reelected. Like, okay, bro. All right. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's up. So we're going to talk a little bit about Pudding Boy, just a little bit. DeSantis' campaign rakes in more than $1 million after first Republican debate. Boom, boom. The presidential campaign of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis raised more than $1 million in the 24 hours after the first Republican primary debate. The 2024 presidential hopeful reported the fundraising surge as one of 8 GOP candidates hoping to build on their performances Wednesday night in Milwaukee and challenge the frontrunner, former President Donald Trump. Quote, Ron DeSantis showed Wednesday night that he is a proven leader who will deliver results as president, and we were thrilled with the flood of support we have received since his debate victory. No, you didn't win that debate, bro. And but his campaign manager said that, so of course, but no, you definitely didn't win that. He looked like he don't want to be there. Look at him pitching that. He looked like he don't want to be there. Like, oh, play with these stupid kids. I don't even like playing with my own fucking kids. Fuck these kids. Vivek, let's see. Ramaswamy's behind him. The polling average for DeSantis right now is 14.3%. Ramaswamy is at 7.2%. And speaking of Ramaswamy, he also, let's see. Right, he's not comfortable anywhere. It don't matter what he doing. It don't matter what he doing. Vivek also raised a lot of money. Vivek Ramaswamy breaks his campaign fundraising record one day after day after first GOP debate. Oh, so let's see. Ramaswamy first launched his presidential campaign in February in an interview with DCNF co-founder Tucker Carlson, where he pledged to take on America's national identity crisis. The conservative businessman's campaign said he raised $600,000 Thursday after making his presidential debate debut alongside Republican heavyweights like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former Vice President Mike Pence, and former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley, where many argued he won the night. Okay, so they got raised a little over $600,000 after the first debate. And from what I could see, it appeared that a decent amount of Republicans were liking Ramaswamy. Now, obviously, not more than they like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Not more than they like Trump, but Ramaswamy raised a little over $600,000, and Ron the Pudding Boy raised over $1 million after the debate. So now, let's see what's up with this. Ohio Republicans use last-ditch gambits to infuse ballot proposal with anti-abortion language. It's really crazy how adamant Republican lawmakers are about pushing these anti-abortion policies forward, because it's so clearly unpopular with the broader public. But they don't care. So earlier this month, they defeated a state Republican-led attempt to raise the threshold for citizen-initiated ballot proposals to 60%, which would have included the abortion one in November in decisive fashion, despite the election being held in sleepy August. But Republicans' efforts to rig the game in their favor continue. On Thursday, the Ohio Ballot Board approved a summary of the amendment text, which will appear on the ballots, that bears little resemblance to the full amendment. Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose, a champion of the unsuccessful 60% threshold initiative, opponent of the abortion amendment, and 2024 U.S. Senate candidate, provided the swing vote to approve the summary. He also revealed that he had a hand in crafting the new summary, saying that, quote, "Having worked extensively on drafting this, I do believe it's fair and accurate." Advocates of the amendment had pushed for having its full text appear on the ballot. LaRose shot that down. Okay. So the proposed amendment, this is the old amendment up here. And this is the proposed amendment. It says, establishing the Constitution of the state of Ohio an individual right to one's own reproductive medical treatment, including but not limited to abortion, create legal protections for any person or entity that assists a person with receiving reproductive medical treatment, including but not limited to abortion, prohibit the citizens of the state of Ohio from directly or indirectly burdening, penalizing, or prohibiting abortion before an unborn child is determined to be viable. Grant a pregnant woman's treating physician the authority. Only allow citizens of the state of Ohio to prohibit an abortion after an unborn child is determined by the pregnant woman's treating physician to be viable. Okay. The new summary sprinkles the anti-abortion phrase unborn child throughout, substituting it for fetus. It erases all mention of giving people the right to make decisions about their miscarriages, fertility treatments, and contraception. Critics have called it confusing and misleading. In the original version, the crux of the amendment reads, quote, "The state shall not directly or indirectly burden, penalize, prohibit, interfere with, or discriminate against either an individual's voluntary exercise of this right or a person or entity that assists an individual exercising this right, unless the state demonstrates that it is using the least restrictive means to advance this individual's health in accordance with widely accepted and evidence-based standards of care." It's crazy how important the wording with everything is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just change the language a little bit, and that's how loopholes are made and created. In the new version, the section becomes, quote, "Prohibit the citizens of the state of Ohio from directly or indirectly burdening, penalizing, or prohibiting abortion before an unborn child is determined to be viable, unless the state demonstrates that it is using the least restrictive means." Quote, "The ballot language is longer than the amendment it purports to summarize and is needlessly repetitive." Oh, all right. So despite the and again, like so much of this that you see, it's fuck what the people want, fuck what the people are pushing for. We have to get this in. And I mean, other than Donald Trump policy wise, that really oh, Jazzy. Yeah, so you already know what's up. You know what's up more than me about this. But again, like they continue to push these anti-abortion policies forward despite the fact that people aren't asking for it. No one's asking for these things. Um but like I said, really more than Trump, it's stuff like that that really is putting the Republicans in a terrible position for the future because again, they're trying over and over and over and over again to pass these measures and they're succeeding. Jonathan Turley makes ridiculous claim that Trump was asking for a recount when he told Georgia official to quote, find him votes.
I think this is criminalizing the challenging of elections. Basically, you have a Democratic prosecutor saying, how dare you challenge a Democratic victory? Well, it's been done before by Democrats. And the whole case is based on this theory that Donald Trump really didn't mean it. Well, neither did those, even if that were true, neither did those Democrats. They challenged Trump's election on no grounds at all. I mean, many of these past challenges were very, very thin. But in Donald Trump's case, he insists that he does believe that Georgia could have been flipped with a recount. And the way that she portrayed that phone call to Raffensperger, I think is really evidence of the bias and unfairness of aspects of this indictment. You know, it makes perfect sense when you're challenging an election to say, you know, I only need around 11,000 votes. So if you do a statewide review, that's not a lot in a state like Georgia. That's not criminal. That's making a case for a recount.
Again, he's just dumb. He's just an idiot. He doesn't want to.
Last night I would have just
You know,
said,
he doesn't want to listen to anybody. You know, he doesn't want to listen to the people that he put in positions to tell him things. That's all it is. You know, that's all it is. Like, all right, bro. Oh, I'm clicking on something else to see what's up with this real quick. Okay, no, we're not gonna check that out. We got one more thing we're gonna look at, and then I got to get ready for Indisputable, where I will be co-hosting, probably with Dr. Richie, but I don't know. It may be someone else because Dr. Richie is a very busy man, and sometimes he got other shit going on. So we'll see what's up. Chris Christie rips into Ramaswamy after debate tussle. Can't even remember what he's plagiarizing. What is he? All right, let's see what's up. Hold on.
A guy who
Is this?
sounds like ChatGPT standing up here. And the last person in one of these debates, Brett, who stood in the middle of the stage and said, what's a skinny guy with an odd last name doing up here was Barack.
Okay, I thought that was something else. But again, I have to get ready. I have to eat me something, and then I got to get ready to host over at Indisputable. So thank you everybody so much for another fantastic week of streaming. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for showing love in every way that you can. Again, catch me on Indisputable this afternoon. Next month, I'm going to get the membership section up and rolling. I'm excited about that. And we're going to keep everything going. I'm excited about continuing the programming. Catch me and Rayvana on Tuesdays. Catch us on Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday night. I got shows as well. I may do the Thursday show earlier in the day. I don't know yet. We still got to figure that out. We'll make it work. I'm not sure, Cigar Head. I don't know yet. I haven't even looked at the document for the prep notes yet. So I'll find out soon, but I'm not sure yet. Take a hit with me real quick before we log off. And y'all make sure y'all have a good weekend, man. Enjoy yourselves this weekend. Woo! All right. It looks like I'm gonna actually get to be a gentleman today. That's what it's looking like, Andrea. But yes, again, thank you each and every one of y'all for the constant love and support. And y'all have a fun and safe weekend. And I will see y'all on Monday.